Hi guys, here is the playlist for your foldable. It's going to be a playlist, meaning there's going to be a video per tab. So if you don't need this first tab, which is over 13.1 parallelograms, just hit the fast forward button, arrow pointing to the right, and just go to the next video to the tab that you need. Alright, so first thing, parallelogram. The formula for the area of a parallelogram is A equals BH, which basically means base times height. So in class, I asked you to go ahead and label your base and your height. And base is at the bottom, B for base, B for bottom. And then I asked you to draw and add and label the height of your quadrilateral. So the key to this that you need to make sure we understand, we had some, put a star here and put it in red and or said highlight it, is that the height is always perpendicular. So I need you to add this to your notes. And I said that you must see the box. That means that box is showing that you have a right angle, which is what happens when you have perpendicular lines. It's lines intersecting forming the right angle. And the best way to identify the height is to go from a vertice that is from a corner, so I'm at the top left corner, and come all the way down so that you have a perpendicular line to the base. And so this height. So I went ahead and labeled the height. Now some of you had the line in the center, that's fine, as long as that line is perpendicular. That could also be the height. And then I also talked about you can go from a vertice, and if we go, and I did an imaginary line, a dotted line, all the way down, and I just extended my base, if that line is also perpendicular, it's not so, then that could be your height. So your height can also be on the outside of a quadrilateral of your shape. Now, what we did was when we took that, or we also showed that area, just put it in words, is going to equal base times height. And then we looked at some practice problems doing the area of a parallelogram. So the first practice problem you have, I asked you to first always give the formula. So A equals BH. Then I said label the part. This is how you get your partial credit. The 4.8 is your B, your base. The 3.6, that's your height. And then we're going to substitute it in. So A equals the 4.8, did in parentheses showing multiplication, times 3.6. And then we actually typed that into the calculator because we have decimals here, and the area for this parallelogram was 17.28. And since area is a measure of square units, that's centimeters squared. So don't forget your units, and we boxed our answer, our final answer. So then we did the same thing for the second practice problem. Again, we start off with our formula. Let me move this over just a little bit. Alright, so our formula is A equals BH. We label our parts. I can see now that the 11.1, that's my base. And then there's a question mark, so the height is what I'm trying to find. And then it tells me that the area is 16.68. So I'm going to put this right, the formula, I know I put it to the right, but I'm going to put it underneath because I want you to see that we are taking this value, which is our area, the 68.8, and now we're just going to substitute that in for A. So we're going to rewrite this as 68.8 equals our base, which is 11.1, times the height. Okay, we're multiplying it times the height. And we're going to work backwards to find the height, so let me extend this page a little bit. So this means we're going to have to now divide by the 11.1. The 11.1s will cancel out, getting the h all by itself. And then we see the height, when we compute it, will be 6.2, and it was miles. Don't forget our units. Alright, so there's your video talking about your parallelogram, the formula for the parallelogram tab. Thank you for taking care of that. Go to the fast forward button. Go to your next tab, which is with triangles.